there guys, welcome to another episode of This Is Pure Wrestling. On today's show I'm giving you my predictions for NXT Toronto. Now I'm really excited for this pay-per-view. I've been excited for a few weeks now. NXT just never let me down. They sometimes give a bad show. You can sometimes see that their show is struggling a little bit. But I do believe they normally struggle through the week sometimes, but then their pay-per-views just blow you away. The matches they just give, the talent on their roster is unbelievable. Every year it's unbelievable. And you could literally take away, like they've taken away Bayley, they've took away Nia Jax, Carmella, obviously Alexa Bliss, and that's just the females, let alone obviously American Alpha. You've got so many people taken away there, and they just never give up. They always make a pay-per-view really good. Going into prediction number one, I didn't know which match to pick to predict first, to be honest, for this pay-per-view, because there is many good matches. Now, looking at the matches, I'm going to go straight into the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Final. Now, you've got the likes of TM61 versus the Authors of Pain. Now, the Authors of Pain have looked so destructible, so dominant throughout the whole of this tag team tournament. Not even just the tag team tournament. The whole likes of NXT, they look so dominant. Then you've got TM61, the Underdogs, which have just beaten Sanity in the tag team division. Now, that is unbelievable. Sanity, which I thought who was going to be in the final against the Authors of Pain. They shocked me. TM61 have beaten them. Now, for this one, I don't think TM61 are actually going to beat Authors of Pain. I personally am going towards Authors of Pain. They may have escaped Sanity, but if you looked at the people in Sanity who were in the ring, it's only Alexander Wolf, and I can't remember the other guy's name, sorry about that, but the other guy, he looks really big too. They're both big, but Authors of Pain just look something else, don't they? They look so destructible, look so dominant. They beat Tommaso Ciampa and that. I know that basically the Revival got involved, but to be honest, the Authors of Pain were always going to win in my personal opinion. They are so dominant, they look so good, they've got a good manager. I just personally really like this tag team, and that's why I'm going with them for this win. I would prefer TM61 to get the win, but I do believe they're going to push towards Authors of Pain, showing their dominance still. I do believe they're going to show that and give them some credit for what they've done for NXT. I agree with that, to be honest with you. Bobby Roode, the Glorious Man versus Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. Now, I didn't know which way they're going to go with this, to be honest with you. Everyone's voting for Roode, and then I think it's a split vote, to be honest. I think people vote for Roode and people vote for Ty. When they both come out, you don't know who to choose. That's so good for a heel to be that over, and then for Ty to be that over again. It's so good. I really love Ty Dillinger. I do believe he's underrated. And Bobby Roode, obviously, he ain't underrated. You know how good this guy is. You know he's going to be champion of the future. You just know it. You can see, if you look at him, you can just see he's future champion of NXT. If he ain't champ of NXT, I'll be very surprised. And the only reason he could not be a champ for NXT is if he was injured for long, obviously, or he dropped out, or WWE come calling very quickly. And they're the only three reasons that can happen. But Bobby Roode will be champion. I do believe that. But I am going with Bobby Roode in this match. I do believe they want to continue his momentum and his cockiness, especially if they keep this feud going with Ty Dillinger. If it's Bobby Roode 1-0, I believe it carries on the feud. If it's Ty Dillinger 1-0, it could carry on the feud, but I don't know how they want to go with this, to be honest. It all depends on storyline. Now, going into the third match of this pay-per-view is the 2 of 3 Falls match between the Revival and Team DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Now, if you've seen the matches before of these guys, they just perform so well together. They know each other's team so well. The Revival picked up all the wins before, and I think obviously Team DIY got one win, but it weren't a titles match. I personally believe Team DIY are going to pick up the win finally, and you're going to see new champions. That's what I'm going for. I would love to see that. I do love the Revival. I think they're probably one of the best heel tag teams going in WWE right now. If you was telling me Team Revival versus the Club, it'd be a tough call, but I probably would go with the Revival. I just personally like them better as their gimmick. And not only that, the Club have not been shown as much, but coming back to the subject, I'm going with Team DIY. I want to see them as champions, and I know everyone else does. I believe, because the match card is so thin, I think, as always, they're going to give the crowd what they want, and I do believe that they're going to make Team DIY would get their titles. I really am excited to see this happen. I hope this is the way it goes, but I wouldn't mind the Revival picking up a win either. But it just shuts the feud off for me. It just means they shut the feud off, and the Revival won't get called up, and they're going to make another feud. That's what will happen. I personally don't mind. I'm looking forward to see this match. I do believe it's going to be a great match, and I'm hoping it's the best match yet. Now, going into the women's title match, Asuka versus Mickie James. Now, just a little brief, short conversation about this. Mickie James was always my favourite women's wrestler, apart from Trish Stratus and Lita. Now, Mickie James was something special. She was a special face. I personally loved her to bits. She had some great moves. She's always done so well for WWE. Now, knowing that she's coming back was so exciting. Seeing the promo she cut, it made me so excited. And going against Asuka, the one that's undefeated in NXT, beating Bayley, one of the horsewomen. I'm just so excited for this match. But I'm going to go towards Asuka in this match, to be honest with you. I do believe Asuka is still going to remain dominant. I don't think no one's going to beat her yet. I think what they're going to do is they're going to put this match together for people to believe that Mickie James will have a chance. Mickie James is going to show that she's decent. She shows she's still good for her age. Don't get me wrong. But I do believe Asuka's going to retain. I think they're going to build Ember Moon to go and win this championship off of Asuka. Ember Moon has so much quality. She's already got the gimmick. She's over as well. I just really am excited to see what they do with the women's division. But I'm going with Asuka in this match. Asuka's going to lock in the Asuka lock, and it's going to be a hell of a match. Even Mickie James might even pull out of this. She might even get out the Asuka lock in this match and show what she's all about. We don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going with Asuka. Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the NXT title. Now, busting out the Strong Style shirt, we can all see the Strong Style shirt is on. I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura. There's no doubt about it. I would love to see Joe as champion again. I love Samoa Joe as well. He's probably my favourite heel in WWE right now. That's tough to say, really, because obviously you got AJ Styles, and obviously you did have Seth Rollins and that. But Samoa Joe has always been a personal favourite of mine, just like Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho are personal favourites. I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura to win this match, though, because Shinsuke's face, when you see what Joe did to him, the revenge is there, and it's going to be sweet when they get in the match. I think Joe's going to come really close, but I think Shinsuke will hit him with the Kinshasa, and it's going to end the match. And Joe, please, they do a little story with it, but then soon SmackDown or Raw will come calling and bring Joe to the main roster. I don't know, really. I don't know who would do better, Raw or SmackDown with Joe, but I want to see him on SmackDown. I just think he'll be a big face for SmackDown. As you've seen, if you look at SmackDown's men's roster for the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, if you look at the men's, they struggle to put someone in that spot, so they shoved Shane in. Obviously, they didn't want the Miz or Dolph Ziggler, obviously, because of the match they had and stuff like that. But I just really believe they're struggling for main event talent. So that is it, guys. That is my predictions for NXT Toronto. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, when I upload this video, please in the comment section below, put your predictions for NXT Toronto. Let me know if you're really excited to see it. If you're not, also, do you think the show's going to be as good as all the other shows? Let me all know in the comment section below. View my other videos in the description below. There'll be links to my social media in the description below as well. My Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my Gmail, and also my Wrestling Amino username with all the other links to the videos. I'm so grateful to all my subscribers and my viewers. And don't forget, guys, this is Pure Wrestling. Thanks, guys. See you on the next video.